Welcome back, my friends, to Marvel Snap. Eternity Range is the first featured location to come to us in the Savage Lands season. After turn 3, add a rock to the losing player's side. Now, I will start this out by saying this is not the most impactful location, especially compared to some of the other featured locations that are set to be releasing later on in this season. But we have two lists to share with you guys today that are going to love having this location show up to help them on the climb in the prescribed 40% of the matches. The Eternity Range is really going to favor lists that can generate high early tempo and then attack the opponent's board space by giving them that rock. The Patriot list is going to be able to actually enjoy having the rock as a buff target, and then the Destruction lists are going to enjoy getting the extra kill on the rock as long as they are running the Killmonger. That's going to happen whether or not the rock spawns on their side of the board. But for the list that I wanted to showcase for this location, I really wanted to lean into attacking the opponent's board space, and so here we have Some Crap, my favorite style of control. And then later on in the video, we're going to have another list that is going to be our Zoobu list, bringing in the featured Battle Pass card, and then Kazar to be able to buff up the rock should it spawn on our side of the board. I love both lists. This way we have one with Battle Pass, one without, and let's dive in here. We're also going to talk about card substitutions, common ways to make these lists more budget friendly. So as you can see here, we are running the Titania. She was knocking around in the collection, so we have added her. We'll see if I embarrass myself while playing her. She's in place of the Sunspot, so you can make this list much more budget friendly to bring in the Sunspot. Also, if you are missing something else here, then I would run the Spider Woman as a good slot in, because everything here is revolving around choking up the opponent's board space. The Hood is here to be able to generate the Demon, and in synergy with a Viper, we can send the Neg-2 over to the opponent's side of the board. The Black Widow is also going to attack them with the Widow's Bite. We have Green Goblin is going to go sailing across, and especially the Debris, really a heavy lifter here, giving the opponents even more rocks, especially if we're able to win the Eternity Range. Titania can be hopping around. Now, she is a bit of a mind game in and of herself, but she can also attack the opponent's board space by having her seated in the final spot at one of their locations, but in a position where we have control of reclaiming her at the last moment. Then we have Shang-Chi to be able to level out the opponent, Magic to extend the game, because I like being able to play around. If they don't have board space to continue to attack, then I'll be able to outscale them. Dr. Octopus can drain their hand and then queue up the Shang-Chi for a great kill, and Max is a beautiful stat stick. I don't care if they have cards in hand if they cannot get those cards down to the board. Diving in here, we're going to keep the list updated up above. It is what I see as the optimized list, though I'm still tinkering around with the Titania or the Sunspot. I really did like the Sunspot prior, and getting my mind wrapped around the Titania. There are some cards that I understand are good, but that just don't vibe with me. Do you guys understand? Like, let me know down in the comments. Are there some cards or decks that you're running the meta list? You understand it's very competitive, but it never works for you. Hella kind of works that way for me. I'm going to go Mojo. Do we want to kill the Hood already? I think we could wait. We'll play it down. But if you want to talk any other card substitutions or deck optimization, if you're playing the same style of deck but have found a different way to work it out, let me know. I would love to talk all things Snap down in the comments. I know that some people have been running like Beast Hazmat here, though if I start building Beast Hazmat, I just end up with my classic bounce list that relatively unchanged. Viper, I hope that you do not kick Mojo, but I understand that you might. Doc Ock to lock up their Sinister London feels like a great play for us. A exceptionally good play for us. Question is, what does the Demon do? The Demon waits. He is the one who waits. Give him the Hood. And then we do give him the Mojo back. Okay, the price that we pay. You're going to let me go right to Doc Ock? And I do have tempo here, so I'm flipping first. Okay. It's a bit unusual. I am probably going to be praying for Shang-Chi at some point here, but they don't get any of the duplicate. What? It's Galactus, and we blocked the Galactus. Oh, no, it keeps going. They leadered, and then they had open space because the Zola popped the Hood, and so then the Doc Ock is spawning, and then my Carnage kills all of my cards, so that the Carnage spawns again as another +8. Whoa, whoa, whoa. And then the Doc Ock got copied by the Sinister London. We're on the same card reveal. For a moment there, the carnage at the neg 2 was the funniest thing that I had seen in a long time. Anyway. I love this list here. You can have some more cards, my friend, and I'll just play the demons. Oh, man. Yeah. That doesn't tell you anything about how the deck plays around Eternity range, but this was definitely one for the ages. Oh man, your Galactus, where the Zola that popped over the hood to stop the Galactus. Ah, the mini lab. We could just hood Carnage fairly quickly for a burst of tempo, and then that'll sit there until the final turn. As some honorable mention cards that you can tech in with this location. If you're attacking the opponent's space, then the Spider-Man is gonna do great work for you. Of course, then if you can cram Zoobu into the list, if you're running the Spider-Man and the Shang-Chi, what's another 4 cost that we might bring in? I mean, you can always just go Jess Jones if you want. Ooh, I love this Daredevil. Gold foil? Oh, baby. That's the nullified Daredevil. Washington, D.C., so I'm just not getting, I'm not getting the featured location to spawn, my friends. I still feel solid about where we are at. We'll go Goblin across. Maybe Doc Ock. They storm it. So the opponent just wants an early end to the match, is that it? Oh, what I wouldn't give to have Sunspot right about now. Instead of the, well, I haven't drawn the Titania, and she's kind of a placeholder for his spot. Let's go. Demon opens up the opportunity to get into Morag, which we have to take because this is locking down. And then we're all just going to sit here and watch turn 5. Thank you, opponent. I was about to try and pronounce their name, and then I got scared, so I'm just going to call me opponent. They send a Goblin back. I'm still ahead. They also Korg the Morag. Okay. Yep. Daredevil really spying into the future here of no cards possible to be played. Viper's not the play. They're ahead at everything. Yeah, you gotta put some pressure on them. There it is. Early tempo. Carnage into Hood, Demon, Debris. This lockdown is quite interesting of the locations, but part of that was the opponent's choice. Hey, we got the Eternity range. Finally, the featured location has made its appearance. After turn 3, add a rock to the losing player's side. Ooh, and Camartage, hoping for Debris here. I will play the Mojo. And it goes straight to Camartage. It's Bucky. So a destruction list, if they get the rock, they probably will not mind. Oh, it makes me a little hesitant to give over the Goblin. Though at some point you run out of destruction activators to be able to get through it all. We'll throw the Goblin. If they played like a tempo... No, it's wave. Right into wave? And it gives them the rock. Why the wave? Is this another Galactus list? And they just kind of drew into it. I feel like if waving this early is Galactus, so I have the read. I hope I do. Doc Ock here. Doc Ock can still wreak havoc on a destruction deck. There goes Killmonger. There goes Death. There goes Yondu. Okay, well, Shang-Chi, please. They play leader. Okay. Cute. Yeah, we just gotta have time to find Shang-Chi, so I think I have to magic here. I don't like seeing Camartage slip away from me, so maybe now we cancel out the Eternity range. The Rock really not doing all that much with their Killmonger. There goes the leader. Just such a callous attack, just like that. My opponent, did you know? Chat, will somebody tell him? We have the Black Widow, we have the Widow Maximus combo, we have the Titan. Shang-Chi, Shang-Chi, I need ya. Oh no. Okay. Give him the bites. Stack up our strength and then titanium. Bold move on the opponent's part to hang in there after the Deathlock double kill on the Kamartaj location. Should have played the Deathlock over to Limbo, I feel like. Oh, arrow. So Black Widow reveals first. So arrow just pulls random. I don't like that, but I guess I understand it. Ooh, the opponent just wishing things had lined up a little bit differently for him, eh? Just a little bit differently for them. So we clear them down to just 5, so that's a win. And then Carnage. Oh, it feels good. Deck came together beautifully. This is why we run the magic. Gives us that consistency of finding the control and honestly forcing these to the board. Yeah, there it is. There it is. Victory. GG. I don't see too many other people running this style of control, but especially if you found a way to be able to tweak in either Surfer or Zoobu. I would love to try some different flavors of this list. But now let's flip over to our Zoobu. We have to bring in Kazar and then his trusty sidekick, the kitty, is here. Now this list, of course, is leveraging the power of the Battle Pass, and I'm loving playing with Zoobu. Have been testing him in almost anything as an energy cheat. He fits anywhere that you want to run 4-cost cards. If you don't have the Battle Pass, you just drop the Zoobu and the Strong Guy, and it's the Dracula Zoo list that is itself incredibly powerful. You're going to run some control like Armor and Cosmo in their places. So we are looking at Zero being able to set up nullifying the Red Skull to be able to get his stat efficiency to the board, and otherwise having Dracula be able to cheat either Red Skull or preferably the Infinite down to the board as well. Zoobu here is opening up a new line of play, being able to include Dracula, Kazar, and Strong Guy. Strong Guy getting more powerful if we have thinned the hand down to nothing, which we can quite reliably do as long as we do have the Zoobu. We've got options with Dracula being able to cause the discard and then otherwise just trying to play out all of our cards. Another target for the Zero is zeroing out the Titania. If you don't have her, just run your favored 1-drop of choice. Squirrel Girl Kazar efficiency is incredible, and man, loving it when locations are getting clogged up. And then the Iceman and Korg are just the headline, the premier 1-drops. Los Diablos, the Iceman, the Zero, the Zoobu in hand. Strong Guy flexing on us. Alright, I like this opening start against the Woanderer. For some reason, this is bringing me back to Age of Empire 2 days. The Celtics, their unique unit was the Woad Warrior. I always thought that was a little funny. I think I just hold Squirrel Girl here. Play the Zoobu instead. Los Diablos, if you could kill Jotunheim, that would be fantastic. Yeah, here we go. Zoobu lets me play Strong Guy and a Kazar together. They go Bishop, and we're a Bishop. A lot of scaling on the opponent's side here. Yeah, it's got the Red Skull and the Zero. This is almost perfect draws. The Dracula is the only thing that could possibly make it better. Dracula and Infinite. But of course we have 2 more draws to be able to find those guys. They've got their own Kazar. Well, you paid full price. This is the power of the Zoobu. I feel like Zabu's already quote-unquote paid for himself. He is, with only 2 strength on his body, a low tempo 3-drop. But at the point where you play Kazar and Strong Guy together, and we find the Infinite, we are very happy. I'll just put it at that. Drop the Zero, please. Squirrel Girl and Kazar is so efficient. Now, we're not going to be able to cut the hand size down completely without the Dracula. The Strong Guy's not looking like he's going to trigger. We could try running. You came too late, my friend. Dracula, my friend, you have arrived too late. And he's zeroed out, so we just Red Skull. All right, what does the opponent have? We're ahead everywhere. Now they will be able to win Los Diablos. Quite confident of that with the bishop scaling. But we're ahead by 6, and then we're going ahead up here. We'll take it. There's an argument to try and run Blade on the list to be able to make sure that you score the strong guy. Or you could run the Hell Cow. The Hell Cow synergizing more with the Zoobu, the Blade synergizing more with the Khazar. Go Blade. Themselves. There goes Squirrel Girl. And then Uatu. Interesting, interesting. The Ombaku. I was not expecting that. They got a little jump scare there when he hopped to the board, but no, he's not going to be enough. You could really lean into the Zoobu and Strong Guy and have like Hell Cow, Ghost Rider as a final vomit to the board, but that's definitely taking you away from the Zoo archetype. Oscorp Tower. A Titania play here that then he has pulled over and then we bring her back. No, that's just too cute. But here we go. Dracula, Strong Guy, Khazar, all working in conjunction with the Zoobu. It is time. Time to pop off. Superflow? I get even more energy to do it? Oh my gosh. Here we go. Zoobu and Cork. Now it gives them a rock, which will actually get buffed at Washington, D.C. Hilariously, the rock will be more powerful than Cork in Washington. What can I say? When you're up on Capitol Hill, they do things a little bit differently over there. Brood. The opponent is likely running the Sarah Surfer from last season. How much do I care about this extra Superflow energy? I could. Now with the Dracula, I don't need to play the Infinite. Okay, so let's Khazar, Dracula. Hope for 0. Ooh, you are the, it's the wife deck. It's Surfer Patriot. And the opponent is fine with just being restricted in terms of energy, I suppose. Fascinating. I guess I need to drop Red Skull here without the 0. It pains me to do so. But then our final play is Strong Guy, Titania, plus whatever we draw. The fun thing is, whatever we draw is going to be cheap enough to combo all together. And honestly, I'd be okay with just zeroing the Titania if that's what we top deck. The other options we're looking at are Squirrel Girl, or Iceman. One more. What is the other one? Ant-Man. Yeah, the Khazar are actually not doing anything at the moment. So, top hopes of top deck are going to be the 0 and the Squirrel Girl. Goose. Fun thing about Zoobu is he fits right under the Goose with all of these big plays. Iceman. Not exactly what I was hoping for, but it does put out a nice burst of power. Do I want to contest Superflow at all? I mean, I know the Strong Guy is 10 points, but then again, the Brood is, what has it become, 15? I flip first. The Titania takes me up to 15 myself. I mean, that's very good. Alright. Bring it on. Dracula will eat the Infinite. It puts an impressive spread of power out. The opponent's list is going to put out an incredible spread of power as well. But do you have Patriot or do you maybe both? Patriot and Surfer? Patriot Mystique? There's the Titania. Bishop. Bishop and the Surfer. And now Dracula feasts. Strong Guy puts us ahead. Let's go. We certainly got the zoo portion of the list firing right here. We'll go Korg Ant-Man. Get the bodies down. If the opponent is playing Sunspot, I'm not really concerned with them playing Killmonger. Though, of course, if they have armor, you can play armor alongside the Killmonger with the Sunspot altogether. Dream Dimension does crimp our style, not being able to get the Red Skull down. Rare turn 3 pass. We're just going to have to wait to get the Khazar together. Can they just put power on the Sunspot? Okay. Ooh. Dracula. How about you hold on solo? Dracula is so good. He's immune to crowd control of any kind. Shang-Chi doesn't bother him. Enchantress doesn't bother him. Cosmo doesn't bother him. Rogue doesn't bother. I mean, I could go on and on. Damn, Dracula themselves. All right. Perfect. Bring it on. Come on, Tony. Let's dance, Tony. I have it all lined up. 0 into the Red Skull. And then 50-50 on the Dracula. Maybe that's not all lined up. But do you have it all lined up? Lockjaw Wasp? You're actually a discard list? That pulled the Korg Rock? Do I let it go? I mean, Danger Room could just kill me here. I'm gonna count on it not doing so. There's a lot of different lines that you could take. You could play the Red Skull on right. You could... that's basically the other line. I wouldn't put anything else, any extra power to the Dracula here. Go Giganto. Hit the Chavez. Not enough. Oh, just the Zoobu. But we're fine. We're fine. Victory. Oh, this list is so much fun to pilot. I love running the Red Skull core in a number of different archetypes, of course. Core alongside Zero. But here with the Zoobu able to give us this efficiency on the Dracula Khazar strong guy that otherwise becomes a really clunky portion of the Zoo list that wants to be fluid and aggressive. The Zoobu lets it happen. Ooh, and we're going to get Shanna, the she-devil, to be able, Khazar's girlfriend, to drop in extra 1-drops for us. I can't wait to be able to get my hands on her with, like, what, 6 months from now when I get the collector tokens? Anyway, and hopefully some of you guys are able to play around with and enjoy this archetype as it expands with the new cards releasing as well. Let me know down in the comments how the list serves you, and may your climb with the Eternity range go smoothly. Till next time, thank you guys for watching. Keep on snapping.